All right, stick with me here, guys. This week I have been really delving into the idea of consciousness. Mainly, how is it that we are not our thoughts? We're not our emotions. We're not even our bodies. For me, it always helps to have a visual. And last night, a visual came to me on how I could describe this. So let's start with what I think consciousness is. It's our beginning and it's our end. It's an energy force that connects us all. It's vast, it's beautiful, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong here. Now, we're born, and all of a sudden, our consciousness is thrust into a body and a mind, something that senses. And like this marble, we have a hard time finding a spot to feel grounded. And so we start to build an identity. The most basic first identity is our body. And we connect to it, and that is us. And now we start to further build our identity through thoughts, feelings, emotions, experiences, like I am my mother's daughter. I love roller coasters, so I'm a daredevil. I'm a good artist. I'm a good friend. I like the color purple. My dad called me stupid. I failed my math test. Validates that I'm stupid. A boy in class told me I was pretty. Maybe I'm pretty. I feel joy when I'm around other people. I love music, but not country music. My mother left me when I was 5. I feel like I'm unloved or unlovable. You know, the list goes on. The objects build and they build. And some are small, some are big. But what you can see happening, right, is that all of a sudden I've built an identity around who I am. And it's harder and harder when you build your identity to see that you are part of this huge, vast energy that is love, that is harmony, that is perfectness. You identify as these things. And every now and then you can get a glimpse through the cracks that there's something beyond yourself. That's what you feel when you feel a sunset, or you look at the stars when you go camping and you just see billions of stars in the sky. Your soul knows the truth, so you should listen to it. The idea is you are the observer of all of these things. So when you feel anger, think about it. I feel anger. Who is it that is feeling the anger? It is you, the observer, feeling the anger. But you are not the anger. There is space there. There is a divide. Now what happens when you start to realize this divide and you see yourself as the observer? All these things that you thought of as your identity start to kind of disappear and dissolve. And you start to be aware of something bigger that you're a part of. You start to feel the reality beyond yourself. The thing is, what happens sometimes is we have a huge life event that rocks us. We feel unstable. Let's say somebody passes away that you love, or you've lost your job, or any sort, you got a diagnosis that's really bad. All of a sudden, you cling to these things that are you, that you believe are you, and you get wrapped up in them so much so that you can't even really see who you are anymore. You have become the object. You see what I'm saying? No longer can you even see the cracks. So when you are able to find that little crack and come out, you'll see that you're still in there. You're still the observer. It's just the space between you and the object has gotten less. Once you realize this in the truest form, all of a sudden, you'll experience things as if they're passing by. You're in a fight with your husband. That's not you. You look at it, you absorb it, and you let it go. Somebody cut you off in traffic. That's not you. You look at it, absorb it, let it go. And you start to realize that this world you're connected to is so much bigger than yourself. It's so much bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can feel this power that we are all connected to. And it really is kind of amazing. That's why I'm so geeked up about it. And I really want to share it with people. Anyway, I hope this makes it a little clearer. This is consciousness.